Okay, so the purpose of this video is to explain how to use a container article template, and we're going to use Julian's template as an example. So here we are inside of the WordPress page under blog posts. We're going to switch from published to drafts and click on that now. And down the page here, so this is specific to Julian. If you have any questions, let me know, Julian or Sabrina. And right here, as you can see, this is a template about predicting Congress. Do not delete these. This is specific to Julian, and Julian is the Congress beat writer. So at the beginning here, we have a quick little lead-in, we have a byline, and we have the rest of the template, which is that you'll want to have a picture for each Quibbl, or one picture for the your featured image, and one picture that's a little bit down the page within your article, like a secondary picture. What you'll want to do then is you'll take your Quibbl summaries. So we'll go to quibbl.me here, and let me just consolidate this just a second. Boom. There we go. All right, so you go to quibbl.me, you'll find your Quibbls. So let's just say we wanted to use this one here. Looks like Sabrina just published a Quibbl right there. So let's see. So we'll take this, we'll take these two Quibbles here. So will House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi be kicked out of her position? So this was written by Julian, who again is the Congress beat writer. And it has a nice, quick, and snappy summary, just 2 sentences, and then the question rephrased again. So all we're going to do is we're going to copy this summary. We're going to go back into our template here. And then I actually made a mistake. What I need to do is I want to have another tab open where I'm going to basically copy Julian's entire template and paste it into this, because we don't want to actually write over the template itself and erase it essentially. We want to copy it. So we're going to copy it here. Now we're going to start a new draft. So we'll go up to the top right corner here. We'll click on write and paste it in. And I guess we'll take this and paste it in. We'll make the title something better at a different time. But so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this summary that Julian wrote, and we're going to paste it right in here for the first Quibbl. And again, you can have anywhere from 2, 3, up to 5, I would suggest, Quibbles within your container article. Quibbl 1, this is essentially the placeholder. So I'm actually going to change this to placeholder here, and I'll show you what to do with that afterwards. But let's say we wanted to find a picture of Nancy Pelosi, because this Quibbl is about her. It's about Congress in general. We'll just find one right now. So we're going to go to Google and find one. We're going to go to images, and we're going to use a specific process to find it, because we don't want to. A lot of these are going to be copyrighted, and we don't want to infringe on CNBC's or Getty Images copyrights. And we, let me go back because I was a little fast. So you're within the images tab. You're going to want to click on settings. So you click on settings, you go to advanced search, and then you're going to type in these words here. So Wikimedia, Pixabay, MaxPixel. You'll be able to see this in the video later if you need to refer back to it, Julian. So Wikimedia, Pixabay, MaxPixel. And the reason that these are in here is because these they have no copyright restrictions, but for whatever reason, if you try and use these, sometimes they don't show up on the other end. Maybe that's changed, but for now we're just going to keep it like that. And check and see. So we got some weird ones here. So often there are these caricature images here. I don't think we're going to use that. Maybe we'll do this one. This one looks nice. Or let me see. Yeah, we'll use that. So this is from Flickr, as you can see. So we're going to click on the image again. It's going to take us to Flickr, and in order to actually get this, we do need to download it. And we're going to do that. So I usually go for, so in the bottom right corner here, let me see, this Quibbl logo thing is kind of in the way. There we go. Okay. All right. So In the bottom right corner, there is the download option, which has all the way from the lowest quality up to the highest original quality. We're going to select that. We're going to download that, and it has been downloaded. So now I'm going to go, and I'm actually going to, I have a folder that's dedicated just to Quibbl images, and I'm just going to paste it in there and just change it to Pelosi, which I don't think I already have. No, good. All right, perfect. So the image has been downloaded. Now we can actually go ahead and insert it into our draft here, which is this one. All right, now I'm going to close. Since I no longer need this template, I'm just going to actually close it because I've already pasted everything in, and I don't want to paste over that. Let's see, fellow party members. There's a little typo that we're gonna fix that later. So we have the image. All we need to do now is we need to paste it. We need to get it in there. So I'm going to delete this picture placeholder here, and I'm going to go to add. So I'm going to add content, which as you can see from hovering over it, that's what it does. So I'm going to select media after clicking on add. Then I'm going to select add new. And let me go to my folder here. We're just going to want to find the Pelosi image. There it is. Perfect. It's loading it now. So it's loading it into the gallery. I would suggest to wait for this to finish loading, because I have had errors where if you just hit insert before it's finished actually loading into the gallery, sometimes there's issues. So now I'm going to go ahead and insert it. And there we go. There's Nancy Pelosi.
Perfect.
Now, one other thing that you'll want to do, just a formatting thing, is because this was like 4,000 pixels by, I don't know, 3,000 pixels wide, if you publish this, I'll show you what will happen. In the top right corner, you have the option to publish it, which we're not going to do because it's not ready just yet. We're going to actually preview it. So we're going to hit preview here. And let's see. Okay, I guess it's not happening right now, but generally what happens is if your image is massive like this one is, the image actually gets blown up and takes up more than your monitor can actually even cover. And your paragraph, so this paragraph would be just one continuous horizontal line through off your screen basically. So what you'll want to do to avoid that is you're just going to want to make this image a little bit smaller. So any downsize is fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this image. This little bubble icon right here allows you to add a caption. So I'm going to do that. Oops, let me do that. So you just want to click that once, not as many times as I just did. So House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi. There we go. Okay. So you're going to want to do the same thing. Again, you'll probably, I would say just one image in addition to your featured image, which I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment, but just one image within the actual body of the article. And then you're going to want to continue going through, pasting in the summary, typing in placeholder, just keeping this Quibbl 2 thing right there is fine. What I would suggest actually for your placeholders is to actually copy the URL, because after the editor, whether it's Sabrina or myself, goes through it, we're going to actually put the quibbles in for you so that they wind up looking nice and pretty. So I've copied the URL from the actual Quibbl and I'm pasting it in. Oops, what happened? I tried to format it. Let me see. There we go. Maybe this will work. Nope. Weird. What is happening? Okay, maybe if I just delete that. There we go. Okay. So, all right, perfect. So there it is. So we have that. So you'll just go through that process and you're going to want to have anywhere from 2 or 3 up to 5 quibbles. If it's your first time doing this, just do 3. And then as you get used to it, you can do more than 3. So I'm going to show you what one of these finished ones looks like. And I'm going to use Ava's most recent one that she did as our example. So here it is pinned to the top. It's the featured article for Quibbl. A blue wave, ? This is written by Ava Mazey, and it's about Democrats and the supposed blue wave, where after Trump was elected, and the Parkland shootings and things like that, Democrats believe that there's going to be this massive blue wave of Democrats taking Republican seats, winning Congress, either in the House, the Senate, or both. And then resisting against Trump as part of that blue wave and their ultimate end goal. So there is this nice little lead-in that she wrote herself. You can, if you want to use, so you have kind of a generic lead-in right here, which just says each week on a specific day, which we're going to determine in a moment, and do the same thing with every other writer. We're going to try and determine a specific day as to when your draft is due, and then within 1 or 2 days of that, the article itself is published. So let's just say each week on Tuesday, just as our example, Quibbl breaks down the biggest stories on the Hill and asks users the big 5 questions about what will happen next. Will the bill pass? Who will be the deciding vote? Predict correctly and move up Quibbl's Congress leaderboard. So you can leave this here. You can switch it up. So generally, I try and switch it up. Since this is kind of a recurring thing, you'll at least want to keep the first sentence because that is something you'll want to keep. You could, so again, you can keep the entire thing. If you do want to switch it up, you can remove a sentence, add a sentence, change the wording of something if you're just feeling bored and want to switch it up. I believe that kind of actually does not conclude it. We're going to take a look a little further at this Blue Wave article just to show you exactly what it looks like here. So here's her byline, here's her summary. So this is verbatim right from the Quibbl that she wrote herself. So for these, you're going to write quibbles, and you'll be assigned anywhere from 3 to 5 that are based on your topic, your franchise, for your specific beat. So that's that there. So there's another one down here of the same Blue Wave theme. Will Democrats take control of the House in November? So as you can see, what she did is she actually had a title that leads into it, and I guess is kind of let's see, the Quibbl question stuff is the title that she used, just to not abruptly have you go to that. So you could do that if you want to. So she made that stylistic choice and used the template as kind of like starter guidelines for her to be able to go ahead and do something different from that point. And so on and so forth. So she just did 1, 2, 3 quibbles, which is perfectly fine. And then at the bottom, there is of every one of these, within each template, there should be this image ready and waiting for you, basically saying, answer more political quibbles here. That takes you to the politics page on Quibbl.me. Like and follow Quibbl on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Maybe we'll add YouTube and stuff to that. But at the end, there should be something like this here. So actually, for whatever reason, I decided I just wanted the image at the top as opposed to at the bottom and stuff. So so that's up to you whether you want to do that. But again, you'll just want to follow these guidelines here.